Welcome to Passion Travel. Explore world street food, captivating vlogs, and inspiring journeys with us. Subscribe to experience adventure in every video. Hot dogs, classic street food staple, served with various toppings. Here's a simple recipe for making hot dogs. Ingredients: hot dog sausages, beef, pork, chicken, or vegetarian/vegan alternatives. Hot dog buns. Mustard. Ketchup. Relish. Optional toppings: chopped onions, sauerkraut, grated cheese, jalapenos, etc. Instructions: cook the hot dogs. You can cook hot dogs in a few different ways. Grilling: preheat your grill to medium-high heat. Grill the hot dogs for 5 to 7 minutes, turning occasionally until they're nicely browned and heated through. Boiling: bring a pot of water to a simmer. Add the hot dogs and simmer for about 5 minutes until heated through. Pan frying: heat a skillet over medium heat. Add the hot dogs and cook for 5 to 7 minutes, turning occasionally until they're browned and heated through. Prepare the buns. If you like, you can lightly toast the hot dog buns. You can do this on the grill, in a skillet, or in a toaster. Assemble the hot dogs. Place a cooked hot dog in each bun. Add toppings. Add your desired toppings to each hot dog. Common toppings include mustard, ketchup, relish, chopped onions, sauerkraut, grated cheese, and jalapenos. Feel free to get creative and add your favorite toppings. Serve the hot dogs immediately while they're still hot. Enjoy. Fish and chips: British-style fried fish served with chips, French fries. Here's a classic recipe for making fish and chips. Ingredients: for the fish. For fillets of white fish, such as cod, haddock, or pollock. 1 cup all-purpose flour. 1 teaspoon baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 1/2 teaspoon ground black pepper. 1 cup cold beer, lager works well. Vegetable oil, for frying. For the chips, French fries. For large potatoes, peeled and cut into thick strips. Salt, to taste. Vinegar, optional. Instructions: prepare the potatoes. Rinse the potato strips under cold water to remove excess starch. Pat them dry with paper towels. Heat vegetable oil in a deep fryer or large pot to 325 degrees Fahrenheit 160 degrees Celsius. Par-cook the chips. Fry the potato strips in batches for about 4 to 5 minutes, until they're soft but not browned. Remove the par-cooked chips from the oil and drain them on paper towels. Increase the oil temperature to 375 degrees Fahrenheit 190 degrees Celsius. Cook the fish. In a mixing bowl, whisk together the flour, baking powder, salt, and pepper. Gradually pour in the cold beer while whisking until you have a smooth batter. Dip each fish fillet into the batter, allowing any excess batter to drip off. Carefully place the battered fish fillets into the hot oil. Fry the fish for 4 to 5 minutes until golden brown and cooked through. Remove the fish from the oil and drain on paper towels. Keep warm. Finish cooking the chips. Fry the par-cooked potato strips in batches for an additional 3 to 4 minutes, until they're crispy and golden brown. Remove the chips from the oil and drain them on paper towels. Season with salt to taste. Serve. Serve the fish and chips hot, with optional malt vinegar on the side. You can also serve them with tartar sauce, ketchup, or your favorite condiments. Falafel: Middle Eastern chickpea fritters served in pita bread with salad and sauce. Falafel is a delicious Middle Eastern dish made from ground chickpeas, or fava beans, herbs, and spices. It's typically deep-fried to create crispy, flavorful patties. Here's a traditional recipe for falafel. Ingredients: for the falafel. 1 cup dried chickpeas, or fava beans, soaked overnight. 1 small onion, roughly chopped. 3 cloves garlic, minced. 1/4 cup fresh parsley, chopped. 1/4 cup fresh cilantro, chopped. 1 teaspoon ground cumin. 1 teaspoon ground coriander. 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper, optional, for heat. 1 teaspoon salt, or to taste. 1/2 teaspoon black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. 2 to 3 tablespoons all-purpose flour, if needed. Vegetable oil, for frying. For serving. Pita bread or flatbread. Hummus. Tzatziki or tahini sauce. Chopped tomatoes. Chopped cucumbers. Shredded lettuce. Sliced onions. Pickled vegetables, optional. Instructions. Prepare the chickpeas. Drain and rinse the soaked chickpeas. Pat them dry with a clean kitchen towel or paper towels. Removing excess moisture is essential for crispy falafel. Make the falafel mixture. In a food processor, combine the drained chickpeas, onion, garlic, parsley, cilantro, cumin, coriander, cayenne pepper, if using, salt, black pepper, and baking soda. Pulse the mixture until it's finely ground but not pureed. You want a coarse texture. If the mixture seems too wet, you can add a few tablespoons of flour to help bind it together. Form the falafel patties. Scoop about 1 to 2 tablespoons of the falafel mixture and shape it into a small patty using your hands. Repeat with the remaining mixture. Fry the falafel. Heat vegetable oil in a deep fryer or a heavy-bottomed pot to 350 degrees Fahrenheit 180 degrees Celsius. Carefully lower the falafel patties into the hot oil, in batches to avoid overcrowding. Fry the falafel for 3 to 4 minutes, or until they're deep golden brown and crispy on the outside. Make sure to flip them halfway through cooking. Remove the cooked falafel from the oil using a slotted spoon and drain them on paper towels. Serve the falafel. Serve the falafel hot, either stuffed into pita bread or wrapped in flatbread. Top the falafel with hummus, tzatziki, or tahini sauce, chopped tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, onions, and any other desired toppings. Burgers, gourmet burgers with various toppings and sauces. Burgers are a beloved classic that can be customized in countless ways. Here's a basic recipe to get you started. Ingredients. For the burger patties. 1 pound, 450 g, ground beef, preferably 80/20 lean to fat ratio. Salt and pepper, to taste. Optional, seasoning like garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, or Worcestershire sauce. For serving. Burger buns. Lettuce leaves. Sliced tomatoes. Sliced onions. Pickles. Cheese slices, cheddar, American, Swiss, etc. Condiments, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, etc. Instructions. Prepare the burger patties. In a large mixing bowl, gently combine the ground beef with salt, pepper, and any additional seasoning you prefer. Be careful not to overmix, as it can result in tough burgers. Divide the mixture into equal-sized portions and shape them into patties, making them slightly larger than the burger buns since they will shrink during cooking. Make an indentation in the center of each patty with your thumb to prevent them from puffing up while cooking. Cook the burger patties. Heat a grill pan, or skillet over medium-high heat. Cook the burger patties for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side for medium rare, 5 to 6 minutes for medium, or longer to your desired level of doneness. Avoid pressing down on the patties with a spatula, as it can cause the juices to escape. If adding cheese, place a slice of cheese on each patty during the last minute of cooking and cover the pan to melt the cheese. Prepare the burger buns. Slice the burger buns in half and lightly toast them on the grill or in a toaster until they're golden brown. Assemble the burgers. Place a lettuce leaf on the bottom half of each toasted bun, followed by a burger patty with melted cheese, if using. Add slices of tomato, onion, pickles, and any other desired toppings. Spread condiments like ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, or barbecue sauce on the top half of the bun. Serve the burgers. Place the top half of the bun on each burger to complete the assembly. Serve the burgers immediately while they're hot and enjoy. Frites, Belgian-style fries served with mayonnaise or ketchup. Frites, or French fries, are a beloved side dish that pairs perfectly with burgers, sandwiches, or enjoyed on their own. Here's a simple recipe for making crispy and delicious frites at home. Ingredients: 4 large russet potatoes. Vegetable oil, for frying. Salt, to taste. Instructions: prepare the potatoes. Scrub the potatoes clean under cold running water to remove any dirt. Peel the potatoes if desired, although leaving the skin on can add extra texture and flavor. Cut the potatoes into uniform strips, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. You can cut them thicker for steak fries or thinner for shoestring fries, depending on your preference. Rinse and soak. Rinse the cut potatoes under cold water to remove excess starch. Place the potato strips in a large bowl of cold water and let them soak for at least 30 minutes or up to 1 hour. This helps remove more starch and ensures crispier fries. Preheat the oil. Pour vegetable oil into a deep fryer or a large, heavy-bottomed pot, filling it about halfway. Heat the oil to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, 163 degrees Celsius. Par-cook the fries. Drain the soaked potato strips and pat them dry with paper towels or a clean kitchen towel. Working in batches, carefully add the potato strips to the hot oil, making sure not to overcrowd the pot. Fry the potatoes for about 3 to 4 minutes, until they're soft but not yet golden brown. Remove the par-cooked fries from the oil using a slotted spoon and drain them on a wire rack or paper towels. Final fry. Increase the oil temperature to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius. Once the oil is hot, return the par-cooked fries to the oil in batches, and fry them for an additional 2 to 3 minutes, or until they're golden brown and crispy. Keep an eye on the fries and adjust the cooking time as needed to prevent them from burning. Season and serve. Remove the fries from the oil and immediately season them with salt while they're still hot. Serve the frites hot with your favorite dipping sauces, such as ketchup, mayonnaise, or aioli.